Some songs disappear. Some artists vanish. And some stories leak into history anyway. Impossible Music History explores fictional lost stories from the hidden side of music history. Missing tapes, forgotten artists, impossible songs. Welcome to the Lost Riff Archive. In 1974, an unknown guitarist named Ed Vale walked into a Tulsa sound studio and recorded a song that nobody could later describe. Some say it sounded a little bit like blues. Others say it sounded like a hymn from a bad dream. Bill had brought an old Gibson he said belonged to his father, who he had never actually met. He had asked for one microphone, one take, no interruptions. The engineer later said the song didn't even sound written. It sounded remembered. Like everyone in the room had heard it before, but just couldn't put their finger on it. When the final note rang out, nobody spoke, nobody moved. The tape was placed in a box and marked Ed Vale / Untitled. The boys rounded up outside and said their goodbyes. A feeling rushed over all of them of excitement of what was to come. They took off in one direction and waved goodbye to Ed. Ed had said, "I'm gonna go chill out. I'm gonna go up to Eagles Point." The next morning, the boys showed up at the studio just like planned. They went to the engineer, and Ed hadn't arrived yet. They figured he'd be there. The engineer had a look on his face that just was startling. He looked at the boys and said, "There's no tape." The guy said, "What?" "There's no tape. It's gone." "What do you mean it's gone?" they said. But in fact, the tape that had been marked Ed Vale, Untitled, was empty. It was gone. It had been locked inside the whole night. Nobody had come in, but it was gone. And they called over to Ed's house. The phone rang and rang. Ed's mother picked up. They said, "Hey, is he still sleeping? What's he doing?" And she said, "Ed never came home last night." They said, "What?" Ed was never seen again. This has been episode 1. Ed Vale and the Missing Tulsa Tape. Welcome to the Lost Riff Archive. This is Impossible Music History. Thank you so much for listening. We'll see you next time.